Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Boraki here, and welcome to scoot that over a unboxing of the Valheim board game by Game Design. Not you. Say hi. By Iron Gate Studio and Mood Publishing. All right, let's zoom out just a bit. Hey, what are you doing, kid? All right, let's go ahead and do this. There we are. Okay. So we've got a thank you card from them. It says, "You've just opened a mood publishing experience. We love your choice. We're on a mission to create fun and memorable games. To discover more board games, scan the QR code and browse the universe. From all of us at Mood Publishing, have fun. Good luck." All right. All right, now we have the official rule book standard, and then we got the scenario book there. So, Valheim rule book introduction is the exact same as the video game. Eons ago, Odin defeated his foes and exiled them to Valheim, the 10th realm. Hey, Knight, you are not part of the 10th realm. Go away. Detached from other realms, Valheim has been almost forgotten, but now the Forsaken, the foes of Odin, have risen against him, risen again to torment the lands. When Odin heard this, excuse me, he sent his Valkyries to scout the battlefields of Midgard for the greatest of its warriors. Dead to the world, you are born again in Valheim to prove your worth once more. Glory awaits. And then there's the Raven, I forget his name. And then the game design guys. Table of contents. You got the goal of the game, game structure, setup, player setup, skills, dice, combat details, equipment, creatures, event deck, Forsaken fight, game end. Yes, there is an end. Lose all health and stamina. Alright, so this is the components they've got. Zoom in just a little bit. So we got the food board, the house board, equipment board, 4 animal spirits, ocean board, campaign board, double-sided enemy board, 4 double-sided Forsaken altar boards, 2 double-sided Forsaken boards, 5 meadow, black forest, swamp, 4 mountains, and 1 house tile. Then you've got equipment cards, Haldor cards, food cards, Forsaken cards, and tutorial cards. Double-sided overview sheets, 4 player aid cards, 4 Forsaken power tokens, 8 chest tokens, 4 common and 4 rare, 1 power marker, fire tokens, 16 white experience cubes, 10 and orange counter tube cubes, 12 red health cubes, 4 yellow stamina, and 1 black Forsaken cube. Hey, Loki. 8 negative effects, For tombstones, 24 double-sided upgrade skill tokens, 19 Forsaken tokens, 37 plastic feet. Yeah, stuff. Cool. 56 consumable tokens, 12 double-sided Power of Odin tokens, 10 dice, 56 resources, furniture tokens, enemy tokens, and then the Forsaken character minis and character colorings. So, let's do this here. Sorry. Alright. The goal of the game is in Valheim, you take on the role of 1 to 4 Viking warriors sent by Odin on a quest to defeat one of the 4 Forsaken: Eikthyr, Elder, Bonemass, or Moder. Each scenario pits you against one of these formidable foes who will attempt to stop you with devastating attacks and personalized event deck. You will start with simple clothing and a house, basic house. To progress, you must venture into the wild. As you explore the land, you must gather resources, craft equipment, fortify your home, enhance your weapons and armor, all in preparation for the final epic confrontation of the Forsaken altar. Success hinges on your ability to devise a strategy and strengthen yourself before facing the Forsaken in battle. Valheim is a cooperative experience where players join forces to achieve both group and individual goals. Players win or lose the game together, and there are no individual victories or defeats. However, the game also offers a solo mode for those who prefer to take on the challenge alone, which we'll be doing today. So, game structure: explore the lands, grow stronger, fight against time, and the final challenge of the Forsaken. Here's the setup. Play area, assemble the boards, map layout. Important note, the tiles have a white arrow on top. These arrows must always point in the same direction for all tiles. You won't use all tiles from the biomes in each scenario, so make sure you randomly pick the amount you need and place the others back in the box. Some scenarios have landmasses that are separate from the one with your house. These are islands that cannot be moved to without sailing a ship to them. You got your cards. Prepare the different deck of cards. As follows. So we'll get to that in a little bit. There's an example of a game. So you got your house, meadows. I believe that's the swamp. That's a mountain. And what is A? Add the tiles for the map layout based on the scenario instructions. A, here we have shown a random example. B, the tile house may be flipped to either side based on your aesthetic preference, but all biome tiles must be shuffled and placed face down, Misty side up. The house tile and the biome tiles make up the world you will be moving around in. Okay. And then you've got the boards with the red outline depend on your chosen scenario. Make sure they match the Forsaken you are up against. You might need to flip the board H and G and swap their places. So D is the food deck, and D is right here. Yeah, food cards. E is the Haldor deck, which is there. F is the equipment cards, right here. And yeah, creature cards, arena cards. So once you get to the end, near the end of the game, and you summon the Forsaken, you'll be transported to an arena to fight said Forsaken. Alright, so we will get into the rest of that book in a moment. And now let's look at the scenario book. Alright, so Lord of the Stages, King in the Woods, Abomination in the Swamps, Undead from the Swamps, Frozen Challenges, Frost Dragon, Eikthyr has returned, So Near and Yet, Swampy Land, Path to the Talisman, Stag and the Lake, Secrets of the Forest, Lands of Sorrow, Four Islands, and Mother Dragon. Or we can make our own. We might... I don't know. We'll see. Gifted Item. Items. To ease your perilous journey into the dangerous lands of Valheim, the gods provide you with the modest items to start your quest. Each scenario allows what gifted items are available in the first round. So the order is important because you place the gifted items on top of the scenario's event deck in the order listed. The order is important because you only receive one gifted item per player. For example, in a 3-player game of Scenario 1, the Lord of the Stags, you are gifted 1 coin and 2 wood. After each player's first turn in the game, instead of drawing an event card, they take one of the gifted items. Okay. Extra challenge. By default, whenever a player collects a resource and it is placed in a shared stash in front of the house, okay. And there's Lord of the Stags. So that would be the Forsaken, I think. No, those are stag tokens. Why did the music get suddenly epic? One sec. Okay. So that would be Lord of the Stags. During the setup, remove black forest tiles with the altar, as you won't be using it in this scenario. Also place a stag token in the meadows. When you explore the tile with the stag token, flip it and place it with no resources. To hunt the stag, spend 1 action or 2, whatever those are. Okay. And so this goes through the entire, there's like Swampy Lands, Elder's Eikthyr has returned. We might do that one. This swamp. The objective on this one, to collect the 2 stag trophies, spend 1 action at Eikthyr altar and defeat him. Because there's no black forest, you must make do without any bronze, or be lucky to find some in chests hidden in the meadows and swamps. Ooh, rats. Yeah. Abomination in the swamps. Secrets of the forest. Stags in the lake. Bone mass. here. Motor. Stone Golem. Bone mass. Alright, we might make our own. So we'll go. Lands of Sorrow. 4 islands and a mother dragon. Ah, there it is. Make your own. Once you know the game and have played a few scenarios, you can easily make your own scenarios if you wish. If you do, please share them online, for example, on BoardGameGeek.com. Maybe you have a great idea for combining Forsaken or Event decks in the same scenario. Most importantly, make sure the scenario has the right amount of tiles needed for the biomes relevant to your objective. For example, it would be bad to miss the tile with the altar of the Forsaken. You must summon. Make sure that specific tiles are shuffled into the tiles used for the scenario. For scenarios using Bone Mass, make sure to use at least 2 meadow tiles and use only 3 swamp tiles. Use gifted items to help players on their way, and if you have islands in your scenario, make sure players have access to wood and hide on the initial island, otherwise they won't be able to make ships. So balancing difficulties: small world, few islands, few biomes, normal creatures, black forest one. Okay. Alright, there we go. And here's our tiles. A little yeah. And there's bronze and iron, copper. I think that's copper. Yeah. Steel, and there's some chests. Oh, furniture. Hide and a log equals a bed. 2 hide equals a rug. A hide and stone equals throne. 2 logs plus 2 stone equals a table, a cauldron, fire table, bomb table, fermenter, beehive, ship. Okay. Rules for Gamefound exclusives. Component rules. This double-sided document explains the additional rules for all Gamefound exclusive content. All normal rules. So you got the Wraith Lurker, neck group, shuffling tiles, equipment, arbalist, spiked shield, shiv. Different little skills here. Dual wielding. Ooh, that's nice. Conqueror. Combatant. Forsaken guards. There, back at it. Forsaken guards. Okay. Alright, so this is how we set it up. You got your tokens, player cards, avatars, enemies, deck. So we'll put that over to the side, get rid of that mouse. Game tutorial. Read first. Valheim is a game that is easy to get into. If this is your first time playing and you just want to get started right away, this tutorial can take you through a curated version of the game that gives you instructions as you play. Valheim is 1 to 4 players, cooperative, where you win and lose together. This tutorial is worded for a play session with 4 players, but if any number of player slots are not filled, a player can simply play as multiple characters. Once you are done with the tutorial, you can easily pick up a scenario and embark on your first full adventure, using the rulebook as a reference for the elements that are unfamiliar. Welcome, warrior. In Valheim, you take on the role of a Viking, sent on a quest of Odin to cleanse the realm of evil. Each time you play, your group Must face one of the four Forsaken. They are powerful boss creatures that have infested Valheim and are doing everything they can to stop you. Your ultimate goal is to defeat them, but in order to do that, you must first become stronger, complete objectives, and summon them for a final battle. This tutorial will simulate a game through a deck of cards called the tutorial deck. The cards in the tutorial deck will explain the rules as you go. Remember, always play the cards in numbered order. Make sure to follow visual examples to everyone in the group. When a card has been read, discard it face up next to the deck and draw the next card. Look out for arrows that tell you to perform a specific action. When the text tells you to perform a specific action, do that before proceeding. There are only 4 steps to setting up the game. I'll put that to the side. I'll put this to the side. My drink. I hope this table's big enough. Alright. Here is the board. Go ahead and move this. Now, give me 1 second. Alright, that is our board game right there. All water. Alright, and so we have different player decks to choose from. So we've got an archer, a shield maiden, a regular swordsman, and a berserker, I believe. And down here, we got a hell of a lot of tiles. Forsaken, so we got the Abomination, Stone Golem, I forget his name. And there's Bone Mass, and there's a Troll, Draugrs, Skeletons, Wraith, Nyx. What are those guys called again? I forget what those guys are called. Oh, okay. I will get back to you on that one. Anyways. So we'll open that up in a moment. We'll put you to the side. Sorry for that. Alright. Alright, we got our little deck holder stuff. So that one says Valheim. That one also says Valheim. We got the tokens. Okay. Give me 1 moment. Alright. So we got our decks. And we got our dice. Enemies. Ships. Introduction. I'll go ahead and put that over there. Alright. So that is that. I will skip ahead. I'll cut to where the game is set up and we can start, or at least everything is unboxed, relatively unboxed. So be right back. Okay, so it took a about an hour to get everything set up. I still got a bunch of pieces in there and figured I don't really need to at the moment. So you got all your resources and stuff in there, then all your tokens for potions and chests, effects, fireball, bones and whatnot. Where's the beep? Oh. Okay. And then the die goes in there as well. Along with I don't seem to see that one. Could there be anyhow? Who knows? That's how the dice. All the stands for the various enemies. The stands for the Forsaken, I think. I'm not sure what these stands are for. All right, and then I got these two board game pieces for being a backer of the game when it was back in crowdfunding. So, yeah. All right. All right, so we'll go ahead and play a little bit of the tutorial. Oh, let me get down here a little bit. So it says set up the world. There. Set up the world. Eikthyr altar board. Eikthyr Forsaken board. Tiles, resource tray, equipment board, house board, token tray, enemy board. Create your warrior. Alright, so let's get the world. So it says we need a house one. Eesh. All right. Okay, so we need the Eikthyr altar board. Let's move these guys out of the way. Place you up there. There's the house. Oops, that's not the house. That's the house board, or token. Still a few I missed in here. So what we need is flip that one upside down. meadows of 2 trolls. Where'd it go? Let's see here. Okay, so that one connects to there. And then I need this one to go there. The house to go there. And the Black Forest up there. Not quite. Mountain. Nope. And then okay, so that one is the Elder. And then we put this one down here. Move you guys over. Place you there, and then you go right there. All right, who do we want to be? Who do we want to be? Do we want to be this swordsman? Yep, sorry about that. Do we want to be the shield maiden, the archer, or the berserker? And I'm thinking probably the archer. We're gonna put that back. All right, so then it says for every player, the character board featuring the character and nope, him. Choose a color and collect the corresponding animal spirit, character, ring, and tombstone. So I go green for the archer. Oh, that's the chair. That goes in there. All right. Okay, found the green. Okay. Sorry. Found the green. There we go. So place him on the board. There we go. Okay, place him on the board. Attach the ring to the miniature. and the animal spirit to the corner of the character board. Corner of the character board. Oh. Like a puzzle piece. So it goes right there. Rest of those back. And then we need 1 red health. Come on. 1 red health cube. At the full on the red health thing there. A yellow one on the 4. 2, 3, 4. So be right there. Okay. The bottom spot is 0. Okay. Trait skills. Trait skill token has the diamond. So that will be over here. So in Valheim, sorry about that. Valheim players will have individual skills that help define their character and make them unique. These skills will change every time you play a new game. There are 3 different types of skills. We'll go over what they do later. Before starting the game, each player needs 1 of each skill. Locate 3 different skill types and separate them into their own piles face down. Deal out 2 random skills from each of the 3 piles face up. Each player chooses 1 skill. For the tutorial, it doesn't matter which skill you pick, so you don't worry too much about your choice. Make sure the following players collect each specific skill. Player 3 gets Carpenter. Player 4 gets Spearfighter. Occupation. Each player should have 1 trait skill, 1 occupation skill, and 1 power of Odin. So we need to get power of Odin goes there. Occupation skill is that lumberjack. And then pyromaniac. Interesting combination. So it's just a quick way to set up the board. Ah, no! I lost my red token. Where'd it go? Didn't land in there. Ah, huh. Okay. Final preparations. Take the tutorial deck and place it face down. Do not shuffle. Place the 2 equipment decks. So to be this deck. Okay, so I need bronze sword. I don't see it in here. Oh, it'll be way back here. So, sorry, it'll be in that deck. So, meh. Place 2 equipment decks in their spots face up. No need to shuffle. Weapons, tools, and armor. So, weapons, tools, armor. So we'll go armor there. Oh, we'll not do bandage shield though. It's a little cheaty. Okay, we'll do flint axe and big spoon. Huh. Leather tunic. Right now we're just testing. Place the mini on the board. Cool. Event cards. So regular. Oh, right. We need the Forsaken doodad. Okay, we needed that. Place Eek3 in the area above the deck. Oh, give me 1 sec. There we go. Player card. Or player aid card, sorry. Oh, dark. Sorry. Oh, stick. The Deluxe Edition uses miniatures instead of standees. Ah, okay. There are so many freaking steps. 55. Sorry, sitting on my feet. Okay. The game setup regular game setup. Forsaken event deck is split into 2 phases, with both phases shuffled independently and placed with phase 1 on top. During setup of regular game, the player cannot draw an event card because the deck is run out. The players have lost the game. To start the tutorial, player 1 draws the first tutorial card and reads it out loud. Okay. Says, you find yourself somewhere in the wilderness of Valheim. So far, you've managed to build a house and light a fire. Odin has tasked you with defeating the Forsaken Eikthyr. But to do that, you must first defeat the large troll that is lurking in the Black Forest. Once you have done this, Eikthyr will answer your challenge at his altar. Glory awaits. Cool. So the first steps, each player has 3 sections they may perform on their turn. Full list can be found on the player aid cards, which is that one. One of your available actions is moving your character to an adjacent space up to 2 spaces. The spaces are separated by white lines and tile edges. If you move onto a face-down tile, flip it up and continue to move one of the available spaces. Player 1 spends their first action to move, but flip over the adjacent unexplored tile first. Let's get rid of that. So you would move player and this over there. Kind of wish they were sort of magnetic. So then you move up and reveal the tile. Since player 1 is committed to their action, they must now move into a space in the tile. Player 1 moves 1 space and lands on a space with the hide resource. So we move there. The tile also has a creature icon on it. The Grayling presence. So move that over there. Dig into my little pile of stuff. Grayling. Place you down right there. Alright, as we can see, there was a Grayling thing right there. I moved there, and I would get one of these. Place that there. And then you pick up the resources. Player spends their second action roll. Their second action to roll the collect die. They gain one of the appropriate resources per hand icon. Okay. So that would be that one. Set you there. All right, let's roll. 1. So we get place the resources on the space in front of the house. So there, I guess. All resources are shared by the group. Okay. And then you end the turn by doing another one. So I get another, what? 2 of those. When a player ends their turn, they must draw the next event card and resolve it. Tutorial deck also includes event cards when players end their turn. Player draws the next event card and resolves it before player 2 starts their thing. So some thorny bushes nearby have some nice energizing berries. If you can endure the sting of the thorns, they're worth it. Reduce your health by 1. Increase your stamina by 3. Once the event is resolved, player 2 can draw the next tutorial card. So by 1, by 3, and you're good. Cooking food. Eating food. Alright. Oh, I wish I had more players. Alright, we are going to not do the rest of the tutorial and just go for some combat. Because it's taking a long time. Next player. So, take 3 actions, end turn. Event deck, next player. There's all your actions. You can move, collect resources, craft furniture, build a ship, cook food, eat prepared food, ignite a tool or weapon, brew mead, fabricate a bomb, check on your bees, trade with Haldor or an ambush. Free actions do not count towards your 3 actions per turn. Use consumables. Interact with a token on your space. When sharing a space with a token, you may interact with it. Throw a bomb, dismantle equipment, use your powers, unlock upgrade skill, use effect from equipment, assist in combat, join the sailing, pick up item from tombstone, and loot your chest. Build a ship, cook food, trade, ambush. If you are adjacent to a space with 1 or more creatures, you may use a ranged weapon. I don't really have a ranged weapon, so... Combat. To resolve combat, first gather the indicated damage dice for the creature based on its creature card. So, the Grayling... be in here. That'll be Grey Dwarf Grayling. Grayling card. It's here. Just stay up. So we need, so it says on the card it needs that one. Sorry. It's hard working in limited space. Alright, and then gather the indicated player's attack and defense dice based on the equipment. So the sword is 2 red die. 1 and 2. And in the bottom left corner, I'll show you in a sec. The bottom left corner of the card shows it has 2 health. So Iron Sword, Leather Tunic gets 1 of the defense dice. Alright, roll all dice together and apply the results simultaneously. Alright. So we got this, and this. We are fighting a grayling. Oh, what does that mean? I don't know. Let me look that one up. So dice have 2 hits, critical, special, and blank. Doesn't really have a special. Okay. So I'll have to re-roll that one because it doesn't have a special. Hit once. Switch it over. 1 defense, 2 attack. Oh, sorry, 2 hits, 1 defense, 1 hit on me. Which means I'm okay, I guess. Let's read it. Defense blue are your armor cards if you have multiple armor. Each is a defense point and removes point of damage against you. Okay, so we're fine. We're good. So we'll go again. And go. Ouch, that's 2 attack on me. So that'll be 1 health down. He's dead. You're dead, Jim. And that's pretty much how it goes. Yeah. Alright, that is the combat. And you got the special effects damage die, combat details. Combat with multiple players, outnumbered in combat, multiple creatures, negative effects. Losing health, consumables, creatures, event deck, Forsaken Fight. There's the Elder doodad there. Once you defeat the objective, or complete the objective that you need to get to in order to get to your Forsaken, there is the Forsaken's arena. So that would be Eikthyre's arena. So you got... Let's bring this back up to the light. Players deal 1 extra attack point to Eikthyre if they attack from this space and roll any hits. So that'd be that one. The center altar space of Eikthyre and may not have players in there. Players must spend stamina to move to those spaces. And to attack Eikthyre from the outer ring, players must use ranged weapons. Okay. And so it's all different, depending on which Forsaken you're going after. That's it right there. Alright, well, that's all the time I've got today for this unboxing quick look. When you first get your excuse me, one sec. Alright, sorry about that. Both my legs fell asleep. I was sitting there. Anyways, so once you if you buy it and you get your box, let me tell you, don't worry about the baby swing. Unboxing it, getting all the pieces set up, getting all the pieces taken from their boards, popped out, and into the special slots that they provided. I was a bit lazy and I just dropped them in there. And then setting up the board the first time, you are going to be setting up for at least an hour or more if you are by yourself. If you've got more than one person, it will go a lot smoother. But yeah, once you unbox and you get everything undone and everything like that, the game actually goes pretty smoothly. Maybe next time, when I've got a little bit more time, we'll play a custom scenario after I've learned how to do the tutorial. But yeah. That is Valheim the board game. If you want to know more about it, you can go to that QR code that you saw at the beginning of the video to learn more about the games. Where's the book? I do like the artwork that went into making the boards, tokens, the books, pretty much everything. It's really good. So, if you want to learn more about this game, click that QR code right there. Want to check out our FAQ? Scan this QR code. Up. Or I'll provide a link down below in this video on what you can do to learn more about this game and where you can purchase it, stuff like that. This game right now is only being shipped to the backers. The developers said that once all the board games, the games have been shipped to their backers, which a bunch of the US backers are having a little bit of issues because of stupid tariffs. But once we get all that figured out and they get everybody their games, they'll be, I think they'll be ready to ship it to like Barnes and Noble type. Maybe not Barnes and Noble, maybe to like not video game, to shops where you can buy it. Amazon, Barnes and Noble, their own website, etc., etc. Yeah. This has been Valheim, the board game unboxing. If you want to see more of this, and or if you want to see more Valheim board game, or any other type of game that you want me to play and you watch, hit that like button and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Later.